and walk away. But every year we survey the paddlers, the user group. We've got a team that comes in and they ask them questions. Some are repeat questions and some are new. People are not wanting to acquire wild catskins anymore, even though because they can still use these heritage furs. And the big thing is that the positive opinion that they have towards heritage furs have shifted. Originally, they were saying because leadership has told us to have a positive opinion. And now we get in the answer, we have a positive opinion because it's conserving our culture. And that's the messaging. So we are always monitoring and evaluating what impact we're having on the followers and the user group.
If you were to leave these little heritage guardians now, as we note them, with a message, what is a core message that you'd like to leave with the young ones from the book Libo and the Leopard, especially when it comes to just preserving, their own spaces, their own communities? What's your message?
Yes, and thanks for calling them heritage guardians. We actually also train tailors to make these furs for us. We don't want to be stuck sewing. And these tailors, we've actually coined the term heritage guardians for them. And so these are little heritage guardians. And I think that the message is we can't just continue with traditions if it's having a negative impact on the world. We've got to think about our future and our children's future. And Libo and the Leopard, we created an audio book. So on the first page, there's a QR code, you scan it. And we went through the effort of making the audio book in Lozi and English. Yeah. And the reason for that is we've incorporated a whole lot of animal sounds that are in the forests. And that's because a lot of these children won't hear those sounds ever again because the forests are diminishing. And so the stars in the book are diminishing, so are the sounds in the forest. So the audio book was really important to us because we wanted to connect those little guardians back to the forest and those sounds, and we want them to protect that for as long as they can.
Where can we access the book? Where can we access the audio book?
So Imaginary House, they have an online platform where you can buy the book online. We've got a launch in Cape Town on the 21st of February at V&A Waterfront. So we're going to have at Exclusive Books. And we've got another launch on the 28th of February in Rosebank. The V&A one's at 11 a.m. It's free. The author's going to be doing reading. So you can also buy the books through Exclusive Books and other outlets online through Imaginary House. And the audio book is free inside the book. As soon as you open the first page, download the QR code and you can listen to it.
That's great value. Tristan, thank you very much. I think this is such a beautiful novel idea. And when we look at themes around science, meeting art, meeting heritage, storytelling, I think you've done a wonderful job. All the best. We'll see you at the Rosebank launch since we're Johannesburg based. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And just know, the book is owned by First for Life. So when you're buying books, all that money is going straight back into Heritage Furs. Thank you very much.
That's stunning. Thank you very much. Tristan Dickerson joining us in his capacity as a biologist. Isn't that a fabulous book? I think it's beautiful.
I wonder if are leopards endangered at the moment?
I'm not sure about that.
I need to check that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the trajectory that we're going, they really might be, because when we look at wildlife, endangered species in general, there's quite a lot of animals in that basket.
What a brilliant conversation and a brilliant initiative. Great book that we need to all read. 30 minutes after 1 p.m. Central African time. Let's get the latest sports.
Sports on Channel Africa. The African Perspective.
And it's a very good afternoon from the sports desk. I am Musibu Dimakura with the latest sports news at the Sawa. So Algerian boxer Iman Khalif says she will comply with genetic testing requirements as long as the tests are conducted by the International Olympic Council, also known as the IOC, to be able now to participate in competitions. Khalif won the women's gold medal in the welterweight division at the Paris Games in 2024 amid gender dispute over her eligibility after the International Boxing Association disqualified her from the 2023 World Championships based on the 6 chromosome tests. Now, World Boxing, which will oversee boxing competitions in the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, after being granted provisional recognition by the IOC, last May announced mandatory sex testing for all boxers in its competitions. Kalifu lodged an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport over World Boxing's decision barring her from events unless she undergoes genetic sex testing. Said she would only undergo the test if it's administered by the IOC. On to athletics news now. World number 1 Brenda Chipchera will headline the APSA Run Your City Gqeberha 10-kilometer race in the Eastern Cape province on the 1st of March, fresh from her record-breaking Valencia triumph at the end of last year. The 20-year-old Kenyan star clocked in 29 minutes and 25 seconds in Spain to top the 2026 world rankings, making her debut in the Run Your City makes her debut in Run Your City series. Now, organizers say her presence with local talents including Glenrose Kaba, Taylor Kavanagh, as well as Karabo Mayalula, will be instrumental for those South African players to learn something from Chipchera, and who has now the reputation of the series influence her decision to race in South Africa, marking her first outing since her global breakthrough in January. Well, world champion Lando Norris says he expects more chaos in races this year as a result of the new rules introduced by Formula One. Now, the sport has its biggest regulation change in history, with engine, fuel, as well as tyres all subject to new requirements. Energy management of the battery will be a central feature, with engines now that have more of the total power output provided by the electrical hybrid events. The McLaren driver said the use of the new boost button, which gives an extra burst of electrical energy, and the effect that has on the battery's state of a charge, will be central to the new format of Formula One. Norris is basing this early assessment of the cars on the shakedown test that was held in Barcelona last week. There are 2 further 3-day pre-season tests in Bahrain over the next coming weeks, starting on the 11th of February.